Hello everybody, what is going on? Midnight Assassin 2003 here. We are back again with another Flight Simulator X plane review. But today, this is a requested video. So today, we're flying the German Extra EA300S. This is the base model plane in Flight Simulator, so you're not going to have to go out and try to find one of these things online. You could, but I wouldn't really recommend it. So this isn't the exact aircraft that was requested, but the person who did request one of these airplanes, his YouTube channel name is ZUIG space all caps aviator. So definitely go check out his channel. He does have a couple cool infinite flight videos, which is very, very good mobile plane simulator that you should definitely go pick up. It's probably one of the most realistic mobile plane simulators out there. So anyway, the aircraft that he initially requested was the Extra EA330 SC. And I couldn't really find any good ones online. I did, but the plane would have taken, I think, like 2 hours to download, so it was way too long. And then the other aircraft that he requested was the KC-135R, which is a Boeing 707 that has been turned into a military aerial fueling jet. They call it the KC-135R Stratolifter, which is a pretty cool airplane, I'm not going to lie. I did find one of those, but to download it or install it, it was way too complicated, so I couldn't do that. So sorry about that, Zig Aviator, but well, this is the closest airplane to the Extra 330S SC. So this is the 300S, which is not a bad aircraft, built in 1988. It's an alright airplane. So this is just the default white paint that I picked for it. There are other paints like this. You can find like Red Bull air paints for this, but this is just the default paint that I chose for the plane. Just going to crack the cockpit open. There we go. So this airplane is a stunt aircraft. You could purchase one of these as a personal plane. If you get your sports pilot license, it limits you to aircraft like this. But anyway, without further ado, let's do some general characteristics of the aircraft. So you could initially fit one person in this plane. The 300SL, which is the large, this is a small, could fit 2 people. This aircraft is about 22 feet long, and it has a wingspan of about 24 feet 3 inches. It was about 8 feet tall. This aircraft had a dead weight, or an empty weight, of 1,500 pounds approximately. The useful load was about 595 pounds, and a fully loaded weight would be about 2,095 pounds. Its fuel capacity was pretty good. It could have about 52.7 US gallons. And its engine was a Lycoming an AEIO dash 540 L1B5 MT propeller. It had up to 3 to 4 blades. This one here has 3 and could propel about 300 horsepower. The aircraft's never exceed speed would be about 253 miles per hour. Its cruising speed is about 196 miles per hour, and the stall speed would be about 63 miles per hour. And the aircraft could go, I think, 510 miles on a full tank, and could fly up to about 16,000 feet, and could go to about 3,200 feet per minute. Yeah, so that's it for this aircraft. So let's jump into the cockpit and get it into the air. Okay, so the cockpit is very, very simple. It's a very simple plane to fly, not even that hard at all. So there's your throttle, propeller prop control, and your mixture. So I'm just going to get those up right now. These are your battery switches, so that's battery, that's your alternator, and then this is your avionics master switch. So that's really all you're going to need. You do have strobe lights, fuel pump, instrument panel lights. I'm going to turn the navies on. And over here is your instrument panel lights, and then that's your smoke switch in case you want to set some smoke out, do some stunts. Okay, so now that's all good. Just gonna have to power up the engine now. It is key ignition. And it fires right up. So with this airplane, you can do some pretty cool stunts. I have done it before. I don't usually fly a lot of stunt planes, but this one is an exception because it's very fun to fly. So I just enjoy it. This plane also has no flaps, but you don't really need them for a plane like this. And it's very bouncy on landing, so you kind of gotta really push the nose down whenever you touch the runway. And another sad thing is you cannot taxi with this thing. I don't know why, but the tail wheel just does not work, so that's very depressing. But the airplane's roll rate is about 400 degrees, which is pretty awesome. Could do some cool stunts and flips with this thing. It is a piston engine airplane. I think they've made turboprop ones like this almost. But yeah, usually most stunt planes are German. Extra has made stunt planes for a very long time, and they do a really good job at it. But yeah, you can definitely go out and buy one of these on for like personal use. I probably wouldn't, because it's not really the type of airplane for me. It's very small. This is like for one of those pilots that just wants to have a good time flying in a little tiny piston engine airplane. You could probably try using this for military tactics and whatnot, like, you know, if you're flying in a prop plane or something like that. You could probably practice some old World War II kind of military style maneuvers. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw the smoke on here. So there it is. So that's pretty cool. So this plane has a bunch of variants. I think it has a Red Bull paint, a gold and black stripe, and then an instructor, deep dark blue and white stripe paint, and then this is the default one. And then like a red and white stripe one. Yeah, this plane is really, really fun. I enjoy it. So if I'm going to rate this thing, I'm probably going to have to go with maybe a 7.5. But yeah, it's a great beginner airplane if you want to really start to learn how to fly these good old model planes. Start with this sucker. But Cessnas are exceptional too, so, you know, whatever suits your fancy, I guess. They also have another stunt plane. It's a P-51 Mustang that's been turned into a race plane. That thing handles interestingly, and it also doesn't really perform like how a normal P-51 would. That's just because it's been modified into a race aircraft. This, on the other hand, is a dead-on stunt plane. I think this aircraft is also based off of the Millard in GTA 5, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know for sure, but it kind of looks like that airplane from that game, so, you know, you never know, really. But yeah, you can pull some crazy stunts with this thing. They also show this airplane a lot in the trailers as well, so, yeah. Okay, so let's try and land the thing. It is bouncy, as I did say, so bear with it. But pretty much all you just gotta do, try to keep your nose down as much as you can, and you should be okay. Alright, there's the runway there. So we're gonna touch down on runway 06, I think. Or 60, or however they say it. I think it's 06, yeah, runway 06, so that's how it's said. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the smoke off, and where are my landing lights? No, that's strobe lights. If this plane doesn't have landing lights, I think that's going to be a problem for some people. Oh no, that's fuel pump switch. Okay, that's navigation lights. This plane doesn't have landing lights. That's not good. That's alright. That's a safety hazard or just a violation. This plane should have landing lights. I don't know why it doesn't. Well, actually, hold up. Let's see here. Nope. It does not have landing lights. Wow. I am shocked. Every airplane should have landing lights. At least some of them. I know the Piper Cub doesn't, but that's that. So maybe it's just these light airplanes don't need the certain lights. Oh, I guess we're not landing on runway 06. We're landing on, I think that's 1-2 or something. Yeah, 1-2. Runway 1-2. That's what we're landing on. Okay. So at least without flaps, because you're not really going to need them, because the plane's not going to go super fast on landings, in case you come in like a bullet, but that's about it. You do got brakes, so that's a very good thing. I'm happy about that. So once you touch down, I'd say just try to keep your nose down as much as possible. Otherwise you're just going to eat up the runway. Okay, there we go. And we're down. Full stop. Okay. And crack the cockpit door open. Well guys, that was it. If you did enjoy this, do be sure to leave a like and hit the subscribe button. Turn those post notifications on so you do not miss out on any other airplane coming out or any other video that I'll be doing next. Thank you, Zewig Aviator, sorry if I get your name wrong there, for recommending an aircraft to me, or at least 2 aircraft to me. I'm so sorry that I could not get the aircraft that you wanted initially, but this is the closest thing I could get to it. If you do have any other aircraft suggestions, guys, do let me know in the comments below, and I will do my utmost best to try to find that airplane for you and review it. And without further ado, I guess that's the end of the video. And I will talk to you guys on the next one. Take care.